Welcome back. Your body needs cholesterol, but too much can raise your risk of heart disease and stroke. And experts say a statin alone can't undo unhealthy habits. In this Aging Untold Extra, Tisha Powell explains how to help that medicine work better.
If you have high cholesterol, the American Heart Association says statins are the most effective lipid-lowering medication for most people. But a statin isn't a free pass. It works best when healthy habits come with it. Aging Untold's Dr. Ray Rogers says statins work best when you back them with healthy routines.
So you have to pair it with lifestyle factors, looking at your nutrition, looking at your sleep, looking at exercise and movement. And why is all of that important? It's important because it's going to hit the things that are driving the high cholesterol in the first place.
Here's how they help. Statins lower your risk of heart attack and stroke by reducing how much cholesterol your liver makes, so less can build up in your arteries. And when you pair a statin with healthy habits like not smoking, a heart-healthy diet, and a healthy weight, it makes the medicine's job easier. Dr. Rogers says keep it simple. Start with 1 or 2 changes you can stick with.
Limit your processed foods. Eating clean, whole foods, fruits and vegetables, and also just a simple thing is exercise. Even if it's a brisk walk, just walking daily, 20 minutes, 30 minutes walking.
Some people can lower cholesterol over time with diet and exercise changes. But others, no matter how hard they try, can't keep cholesterol levels low because their bodies are genetically wired to produce excess cholesterol. For them, a statin can be an important part of the plan, along with those healthy habits.
Now you can watch more stories just like this one on our talk show, Aging Untold. It airs every weekday right here on KLTV and KTRE at 2:30 in the afternoon.